Hey there, welcome back again to my terrific Tuesday and sunny Chicago. A few days back, I came across a great interview of John Chambers, the iconic ex-CEO of Cisco, by a phenomenal entrepreneur, Tomas Turek. Just so you know, Tomas is the co-founder of an amazing startup called Angee. Check it out, a disruption coming to autonomous home security space. What intrigued me are the pointers that Tomas presented in his LinkedIn article. These highlights come from John Chambers and validated by Tomas's personal journey with Angee, underscored several key attributes to the success of a startup. In the following discussion, I wanted to analyze them in light of my learning over all these years. As you may know, hundreds of startups fail because they do not have a plan. And even if they have one, they fail to execute one. Today, we hardly write a lengthy business plan and just try to raise money on a deck with a supporting conversation. But the transformational investors want us to write one, not because they want to read it, but they want us to go through the exercise of identifying our customers, creating a marketing strategy, positioning the product, pricing it, and finding a distribution model. The effort it takes and the clarity it derives empower the founder to evaluate the efficacy and the feasibility of the solution. So be objective, analytical, curious, and critical while writing your business plan. The summary talks about how startups fail to capture the intersection of opportunity, feasibility, and execution, what we call timing. Is the market ready for this? Is it too costly to change consumer behavior right now? Could the potential disruption be diluted by just a tad bit of innovation from an incumbent or larger company with a solid customer base? Are you 5 years ahead of that intersection or arrived 1 year late? 4 years back, I launched an IoT company that focused on iBeacons and proximity marketing. And we thought we would kill the SMB market by bringing the tech to mom and pop shops. And then we got hit by the awareness sinkhole. The prospect did not understand the value prop. Now, educating a market is extremely tough. We completely underestimated and failed to cement partnerships with potential downstream affiliates who could have educated on our behalf. And we missed the timing by being too early with too little resources. Now, timing is also a derivative of seeing the big picture. The article simplifies eloquently how to derive that big picture by talking to prospective customers, market leaders, tech providers, finding the competition, and understanding trends. However, this big picture is just not a perspective, but could be used as a North Star. When we find an idea that inspires us and drives us to jump off the cliff to start a venture, we should evaluate the big impact that our venture could produce. How will this change the market dynamic, the user behavior, the consumer benefit, price sensitivity, or even the competition? This big picture helps us to focus. It also prepares us to endure distractions and stay on course. The big picture we just talked about also derives the direction that we choose to take. John Chambers shares that a startup should make a bet on the future, go in that direction, and make that future a reality. Now, I have often witnessed the founder of a startup has difficulty in finding the direction when the solution is disrupting, but the uncertainty of the industry and user adoption creates ambiguity in the long-term outcome. We just don't know where this thing will land in 1 or 3 years. That's when it behooves us to be objective and precisely analyze all possible market variables and competitive pressures. Maybe Facebook can come up tomorrow with a solution just like yours and give it away for free. So the founder has to predict where the market might go. The founder has to make few bets and define a direction and stick to it. This direction is very important for the company to achieve its goal. So the immediate question comes, how a startup maintains its competitive edge and defends its position for the long haul. In the interview, John underscores the importance of building a sustainable business that can weather threats from competition. And Tomas underscores few areas where we all can build our competitive differentiation, such as the product, the business model, the organization, internal talent, or a combination of all of these. Now, there are ways to build that shield, maybe through distribution partnerships, maybe through patentable technology, or some key markets that you may penetrate fast, and switching costs will be prohibitive for the subscribers out there. So keep exploring, and remember, to stay competitive, you have to stay uncomfortable. And finally, there is flexibility and adjustability of the business model. As we all know, the journey of a startup is littered with variability that is beyond our control. What appeared yesterday as a great business model today is tossed out because an incumbent just decided to enter your market at a cheaper price. Or what happened as novel technology integration is now offered as an infrastructure as a service from a large platform provider. So will you keep going in your direction and confirm your path to failure? No, right? So how fast will you evaluate your environment and change the model? Are the founders too rigid, or are they reactively proactive? Are you ready to make turns in order to stay defensible? Answers to these questions in the right format will define the success of the venture. So guys, be critical, be objective, have empathy, and continuously evolve. Our sustainable defensibility comes from our ability to evolve and adapt. Good luck with your venture, and I look forward to featuring your story soon. Ciao.